Rafter P Construction is the design-build contractor for all of your construction needs. Quality and customer satisfaction will always remain our top priority. The American dream has inspired the Rafter P team to push to be community leaders and support the local youth because that is our future. Let's now talk with the founder and owner, Brad Pryor.
Hi guys, we're here today with Miss Nikki. What's your last name now?
Hughes.
Wow.
Because I got married.
Hey.
So that's exciting.
So she had to change a lot of information on that, her side piece logs and all that stuff. But anyways, but we're gonna talk about misinformation that you hear on like blogs, on Facebook, all the stuff you hear about the barndominiums. A lot of misinformation, and you hear it more than I do because you're talking on the phone about when we're interviewing our clients or seeing for our client or with their builder, vice versa. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things that you are hearing that, well, we saw this when we could build a house for $50 a square foot?
Yeah, so a lot of the information I'm hearing day-to-day basis, I would say lead times is one of the biggest ones, and then obviously pricing as well. A lot of times with lead times, they think that barndominiums can be built a little bit faster than a normal home. That's completely untrue. These are completely custom homes, so they are going to take the same amount of time as far as a conventional custom build. And then pricing, the information that's out there, I would say you're more than likely getting pricing as far as shells only. Would you not agree?
Yeah, especially the square foot numbers they're saying. Mm-hmm. I think what you're getting is, and what I've seen, I quit reading them a long time ago because they just aggravate me, but
same.
But I think a lot of it is you're getting that information for somebody that built their own, mm-hmm. or did the contracting themselves. Mm-hmm. And so when they're answering a question, they're answering a question about the metal building part of it, the shell. And they're most of the time not even including the slab, the windows, the doors. They're just talking about straight up shell.
Yeah, they're just talking about the whole metal part, I would feel like. They're not even talking about the full way of actually building a barndominium. Yeah. They're leaving all of that stuff out, in my opinion. And
we've kind of opened up our build areas, and as we've noticed, even this makes it even worse. I mean, you're giving a broad number, and you might be living in Indiana, and we're in Texas, and just in North Texas area that we service for barndominiums, you can go to different counties, and there's different people that charge way different than other. If we're subbing out concrete or subbing out steel or paint or whatever, the prices are completely different.
Mm-hmm. Every single market has their own pricing structure, I would say. Even in completely different states, I would say that it's completely different as far as what our pricing is in this market to what theirs is. It's not comparable because it really depends on what's going on.
Because even each state has their own energy codes, has their own requirements for builds, has permits, has different terrain. Like some people, if you're gonna build something in Colorado, most of the time you're gonna be building on rock or a hill. So I don't. Those things can get very confusing and very frustrating. People even get mad when we answer what they don't want to hear, but we're not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. But I would be very careful of that stuff and don't trust it all the way. And when you are asking the person that you are intrigued on a blog, ask them more questions about where you're from, what were the challenges. So if there was no challenges to their build, then most likely they're building an easy place, flat land, no complication, no permits, because
no landslide, off the top of a hill, anything like that. Because when it comes to that type of stuff, it makes it a little bit more complicated than, like you said, building on a piece of flat land.
Right. What else are you hearing as far as not pricing, but just in general, lead times is something you brought up?
Yeah. So lead times, a lot of people are saying that they can get these barndos built in about 3 to 5 months. I would say that would be for the shell only. If you're doing a full complete turnkey, it's more going to be around that.
If you can get the windows that fast.
Yeah, even if you can get the windows. I mean, some windows right now have a 6-month lead time. So some of the materials that we're seeing that people are choosing, that is delaying the process a little bit more.
Right, and to elaborate on that, what she means is, if you build if you're taking the common of the colors of a barn door, you're doing whites, tans, basic greens. Those roll stocks to roll those panels and trims very rarely available these days. But if you go into some of the stuff we offer, like the deep blues or chestnut browns, we offer a lot of different colors because we're building houses. We're not building just barns. So we like to offer, can't paint a barn door. I mean, you can, it won't have the, the warranty that it needs. So that roll stock's not as common order because there's not big demand in it, so it takes longer to get those colors. And we point that out through the design process, but those are the things that are challenges. And a big thing that we're dealing with right now is we used to be able to get trim broke and have it, the same day. Now it might be a week.
Yeah.
I mean, there's those kind of things that delay that build time. And just waiting on subs. I mean, the biggest thing we have with subs is we've had the same subs, most of them for 15, 16 years, and they're busy. They mostly work just for us, but I'm not going to go out there and hire somebody I don't know and start all over, especially in this climate.
Yeah, I would agree, and you got to make sure that you can trust those people that are coming onto your job, because if you don't, then most of the time your job is not going to turn out the way that you want it. So you want to make sure that you're only using those good people. Right,
they're qualified. They've been vetted and qualified and all that. Anything else you can think of as far as build times? We covered that, and pricing, and anything else that sticks at you that aggravating? Because I know y'all get the shock and awe of when you get it, or even on the info line.
I would say them comparing us to kind of the modular homes or something like that, or saying that they can get a kit or whatnot. We are completely custom. We do all of our work. We weld up all of our buildings, so it's annoying, not really annoying, but it's not comparable to the modular homes or these conventional homes that you just go and you pick a couple of colors. This is a completely custom home.
Well, I think maybe one other thing to bring up is I think it kind of sticks at people too. They'll come in here and be aggravated because, and a lot of it stems from listening to a blog. They'll go out and hire an architect, pay $15,000 for a set of plans. It's completely worthless to us. It gives us the concept, but nothing was thought through as far as planning, windows, doors, all the stuff. The frame was not taken right.
Anything like that. And when we do get a set of plans, we ultimately have to redraw it just because we build at a certain spec.
Yeah.
So people do get kind of annoyed by that just because they've spent that money, but then now they have to go and spend more money.
Right. But in the end, the bill won't go right unless we do what we need to do. Our process, anytime we've ever gotten out of it, it fails.
Absolutely.
So we stay in our normal processes and they work. But a lot of, what shocks me is people, what we charge for plans turn around and is a lot cheaper than what an architect does. But you have a full schedule of everything that's going to take to build that house. From your hinges to your doorknobs to the swing of the doors to what color, what kind of doors are there, all that stuff.
How your cabinets lay out. I mean, everything has a complete schedule of its own.
We're sitting in your design room right now in Greenville, Texas. So this is the stuff where people go to pick things and figure out what they want. But when you're walking into an architect's office, it's like walking into a cold vault. So, it just, in here you get that warm feeling. You feel like you're in a house, you're getting to have fun, and you're going to pick out what you need.
A lot of people, I feel like this room kind of sells it just because it does keep us a little bit different than other builders.
Everything you need to see is in here, for sure. Well, I hope this helped, Nikki. Once again, always a pleasure. So we'll be talking to you soon.